Oh, what's going on, everybody? This is B from Kongs R Us, and welcome to the Next Level. This is my weekly podcast show where I normally bring you next level things, guests, community members, projects, things that I've been working on in the lab. But today, I wanted to share the story that I've kind of mentioned offhand a few times. I've been guest on other shows. You might have heard some other folks when I joined Michael B's stream or some of the other folks on the Super Game Room dudes. They call me the bad boy of home arcades because I officially did get kicked out and booted out of two insider groups with Arcade1Up and AtGames. And I wanted to do some content talking about AtGames, but I didn't have the right inside information to give it. But I wanted to talk about Nod. So I thought it was an appropriate time to kind of share my story on what happened. And I still want to do some content about the AtGames National Owners Day that's happening soon. But there was a story about the last time I did coverage on it, and it kind of led to me getting kicked out. So I wanted to share what happened there. And a while back, it was almost a year ago, I was also part of another group that Arcade1Up had. So that's the reason for the stream. So I think I have mentioned it a couple of different times, but I've never made a dedicated show about it. So here it is. I'm going to be confessing and sharing kind of my experience working with some of these groups and what happened there. So thank you for hanging out in the chat. I saw some people that were really scared about what happened, and somebody said, "Where did the bad man touch you?" So nothing crazy happened, but I do appreciate a lot of the early comments that people were surprised, like, what's going on? How did you really get kicked out of Arcade1Up and the AtGames groups? And so I'll just kind of go into my story about what happened, and I'll start with Arcade1Up because then I want to get into AtGames and then end the stream on an upward trajectory. I don't want this to just make this kind of a quote unquote like negative stream. I do want to still support these home arcade companies and would still love to make content for them. I just have to do it as anybody would that you would have to find information that's available online and make content about it. So I do have some information I do want to share about my opinions on the National Owners Day autumn sales. I did create my own tier list for Nod, and I'll get to that, but let's get into Arcade1Up. So Arcade1Up, man, TechBuzz says, is this just clickbait? No, I really did get booted from a group. And so a while back, a couple years ago now, and this is all public information because it was posted in the Facebook groups, they actually put out applications for people to become beta testers with Arcade1Up. And so the group was that link was posted in the Arcade1Up official group. There was lots of people that were really excited, and there was a formal application process that you have to submit which cabinets you had, which SKU numbers you had, and everything. And I was like, would you get selected for the beta program? And I'm not gonna talk too much about it because at the time we did have to sign some NDAs and things. But in a nutshell, people knows that this beta program was created, and what they did, it did take a while for them to ramp up and do anything. But I personally was never really truly assigned to anything. I didn't have any projects to work on or specific things to do. I think they weren't quite organized yet in terms of setting up the program. But beyond that, I know that the fact that they were looking for beta testers was exciting. I thought not only am I a fan, I'm also a content creator, would love to at least see some inside information on how the things work. Maybe I can improve whatever said product that they want to put out there. I think that's the goal of any beta program. You want to make the product better. So I signed up wholeheartedly with good intentions to support what was happening there. And so eventually, I started making, just my regular content covering the home arcade space. And one of the biggest things to hit the home arcade space last year for Arcade1Up was he's here in the chat. It's Mystery Encoder's fault. It's all his fault. He was the one that put out the very first open paste in September of last year that took the home arcade community by storm by modding this pinball machine, the Arcade1Up pinball machines. And I hadn't done anything with the beta program at all, like nothing, zero up to that point. But as a content creator, I wanted to cover that content, I was fascinated with it. I made one of the first videos that kind of demoed the mod. And then I made one of the very first, very crude demo videos and tutorials on how to do the original 30-in-1 mod, is what they called it, right? And it was a nice spike in traffic to my channel. Definitely got in touch with Mystery Encoder. I actually named Mystery Encoder his name, and then from there, I was having fun making the content that I wanted to make and covering the arcade without remembering at the time at all that it was part of the beta program, right? And so at that point in time, it was a little bit controversial. Yes, named that. Hey, somebody in the program is actually doing content and promoting this hack and this mod, if you will, that in the leaders of that particular program saw that and were actually mad that this was happening in the community, that they took the actual APKs that were publicly posted on the Arcade1Up website, and people were taking those and then created this particular modification to pinball machines. So in their minds, this was piracy. This was something that shouldn't be done. And so they had even asked me directly to take down my videos. And if for those that were following at the time, it was one of the first times anybody had asked me to take down any of my content, and not thinking about it fully clearly in terms of like the impact. And at the time I was like, all right, I guess that makes sense. I'll support the organization as much as you want to. But at the time I took it down, and then I thought about it for a little while. And then afterwards I was like, I don't know if I want myself as a content creator to be kind of compromised by somebody telling me what to do or what to take down or what to do, right? Like I didn't want to feel like, can I make this content if I'm going to be in this program? Am I going to be looked at differently? Do I have to ask permission to make content on what I want to make? And then for essentially I was like, all right, I don't think it's worth it, because I wasn't even doing anything at the time anyways. So I left the program. I got booted out because, and maybe that's just a misnomer, because I kind of mutually parted ways because I wanted to continue making content without having any strings tied to being part of the beta program, right? So that's my story about Arcade1Up. That I was part of that public group, and I have no idea what's happening with that group, if they still exist, of what's going on with them. But I wanted to make sure that I could still make content about what I wanted to make and not be in this worried space about what I wanted to do. So that's exactly what happened with Arcade1. So yes, I got kicked out the beta program, and that was public knowledge that existed. So it's not breaking any NDAs about anything else that happened particularly in that group. So that's Arcade1Up. That's what happened there. Now I know there's a lot of people here that are like, hey, I saw Tech Buzz was here saying that I left and I quit the AtGames group. Aha! But I did say that I was not going to make coverage on the AtGames group because of a particular reason, and there was a good reason for it. And so the AtGames influencer group, there is a way that they communicate with influencers. And eventually last year, when I got my first big AtGames product, which is the AtGames Legends Pinball, I was making content kind of through my buddy Bobby Vu. He was part of the group that was getting some early things like the Vibs board. And I was like, I want to make content about that because I loved, modding pinball and was really excited to get all in on the AtGames Legends pinball stuff. And so I went through and was continuing to make content about modding by AtGames Legends Pinball. I'm one of those guys that like even mods it before I put it together. I was spray painting everything. I was going to go full boat on that. And, the AtGames team noticed that and then said, hey, this would be good to invite you to, some of the influencer groups that talks and is talking about improving the pinball machine. And I was like, yeah, sign me up so I can get feedback on what the community can do with these machines. And there was this huge debate because before I even got my Arcade1Up pinball machine, before I got the Legends pinball, and Bobby Vu would always tell me that the AtGames pinball is trash. Look at this thing. It's tiny. The screen sucks. It's terrible. AtGames pinball is where it's at. It's the best. And I was like, from a modding perspective, they both add very, very like basic things that you need to do a full pinball mod. I went full boat and put a PC in here, repurposed the solenoids, and had a beautiful pinball machine. Yes, a 24-inch screen with some caveats, but it was good. It was functional, looked great, right? Visually, functionally, it was great. The AtGames one, I had to do a lot of work until I got it to a place where I really liked it, but it had the 32-inch screen, had a lot of things going for it where you can connect stock tables plus add the PC. So me and I always had a fun debate about, he was saying at one point like AtGames or Arcade1Up is trash. Why are you buying that stuff? And then he has a ton of Arcade1Ups. I love Bobby Vu. Bobby Vu, I love you, bro. But that was fun times. And so I was helping, thinking like, all right, I was gonna join this influencer group and support, how they're putting out the pinball mods and community, because again, a lot of that is community driven, and you see the mantra for AtGames is really open and connected arcades, and so it's up to the community, it's up to people to really drive some of the best ways to utilize that machine. And so I was like, from a modder, for somebody that follows my channel and understands that I really love modding, that is probably ideally more of a system that's up my alley. But I also had a lot of complaints about the system too. I talked about the UI. I made this a video that was like top 5 user UI fixes. And I started doing some more coverage of AtGames in general, right? And so there was a different group that, if you are part of it, when there's big releases or if there's a big National Owners Day, this is how you get some of the information from your favorite content creators like P-Dubs and Michael B and a few others that were making content, and get the PDF presentations and packages of whatever said content that they're releasing. So I started getting invited to those chats and meetings as well. So the last couple of things that I covered were National Owners Day in fall of last year, which is around September timeframe. And then most recently, National Owners Day in February, the official one. That's because the February one is the real NOD, National Owners Day. This is NOD A, NODA, because it's National Owners Days, right? So there's that distinction. I don't know which one is the real one, but they do twice a year now, so it's National Owner Days. So that particular National Owners Day, I was doing something where I did a tier list, and my tier list, I thought it was a pretty fun way to break down the deals. Here's one of the ways that that it's weird to break down and almost like decipher AtGames when they put out announcements. It's like super hard to see and work through the clutter of what's the top tier deals and what's the big news item. Like every time they release information, and this is just probably a recommendation from a business standpoint too, like if they simplify their messaging, I think their messaging would be so much clearer. So much clearer. I think it would have been much clearer. And so I started doing things where I would rank their deals for them. I would pretty much go through and we would do a tier list ranking. And so this is just kind of a sample of me and UAG back in the day in September last year, going through and ranking the deals. And so this way, folks can kind of see what my particular top ranking was for a particular deal. And I thought this was a fun way to do it. So I did this for not only September's National Owners Day, but I also did it for the last one. And so here's where the full rub came in. Not a tier list. There it is. Okay. So is it here? I got to look for my last one that I just did. My channel. Okay. We'll bring this off and I'll put it back up. So the one that I did in February, I did a whole show about this. This is right before the Shaq event stream. And I was like, here's going to be my take on supporting it. And so I spent a whole entire video doing my tier list and said, here's my amazing deal. Here's my kind of A tier deals. Here's my B tier, C tier, and everything like that. And I was in the group, and here's what happened. I want to pull up exactly what I'm showing really fast so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so share screen. Okay, window. I'm gonna go to a previous stream. Latest updates. I think I'm gonna just go to this. I apologize. I had some of this set up, but I wanted to share the context about what happened because it kind of sucked. It kind of sucked to go through that process. Okay. So let's go through and share my tier maker list right now so you guys can see this tier maker. All right. So here is tier maker. Here's the website. Boom, boom, boom. So my accounts that I had, I made these different tier lists, and tier lists are super fun. Anybody can make these if you have a Twitter account. I made this Arcade1Up ranking list. That was pretty fun. But here, this National Owners Day tier list that I made, this was based off of, only a handful of deals. The biggest ones that I was, ranking at the time were these BitPixel HV, which is a marquee, another BitPixel LCD machine, and this Legends Puck core, if you will. And so here's the rub. Here's what happened. And so after I did my stream, going over the price list for everything, and I have the original prices for those, the Bit Pixels and the Bit, they changed prices the day before the sale went live. Like literally the day before the sale went live, it went from $210 for the reservation for the BitPixel LCD to like $270. And there was already this complaint about the prices being different from the previous sale. And I was really confused. I was like, why are these sales different? I'm pulling this up now so you guys can see on the screen. So I kind of clipped these deals and had them put up here. It was a BitPixel LED, and it said it was going to be, $120. I think that was the same one. And then let's see, the HV was $120, right? And the LCD was $210. And then the Legends Puck was $90, right? So I've like, these are good deals. I like made my content about these deals and said which ones are good prices and whatnot. So like $90 for the Puck and $210 for this LCD marquee. So just look at those two prices really quickly, just for the sake of the argument of like, hey, this was published, this was on their website, everybody had communicated this and was like, all right, those are the prices, these are the deals, these are the good deals that we can get. And then literally I think it was the morning of or the day of or something. And they posted in the chat that they updated the prices and that it was different. And I was like, excuse me? I don't get it. Like, why did you change the prices for everything? And it wasn't everything. So here's where it is. And here's thanks to my good buddy, John Wagner. He sent me a link to his website that does all the coverage for everything. But here, look, deals during, let's see, can you see that? All right, no, it's the wrong one. Stop screen. Share screen, window. This one. Okay, apologies. All right. I'm getting there. Hold on, folks. Okay, nod 22 highlights here. Okay, so this was not 2022 highlights. This was the National Owners Day in February of this year. And here it goes down to here. So it says, following deals you will find available during NOD 2022 updated. Based on sale adjustments example, the BitPixel HV is now 60% off from 40%, so it went down. However, the BitPixel LCD price increased from 210 to 270. So eventually that 210 price for this one got changed to 270, and then the Puck got changed from $90 to $120. So, I mean, just look at these two examples of kind of the, I don't want to call it like bait and switch, but literally this was at the 11th hour of their sale. It was like maybe February 10th. And they're like, FYI, these two listings were wrong. We're going to update them and increase the price. And so as a content creator that had already published and talked about the prices, I was trying to give feedback in a polite way, I think, in the stream. I was like, or in the influencer group, and was saying that, from a a company standpoint, this is a bad look for the community to, at the 11th hour before sale, like update your pricing to increase it instead of just honoring the price that people had already been planning for and content creators have been putting out there for the last week or so, and it's literally like hours before the sale starts, and they wouldn't budge or accept the criticism or feedback that this was like a bad move to do. And so from an integrity standpoint of a content creator, I was like, I just told a bunch of people that this was a good deal. And now you're like, people are going to come to my comments afterwards and be like, hey, like, why did the price increase? Not that anybody watched the video, like a ton of people did, but you can see where me as a content creator was sort of pissed. And so within that thread, right, there was a full thread specifically just for National Owners Day with several other content creators. And those folks can attest to this. But I got pretty pissed and was like, this is a bad look. I don't know if I would ever do content again on National Owners Day if this is kind of the attitude that you're going to take for the community and increase the prices at the last instead of honoring it and taking a hit for a few dollars. Like the value that customer for at the time, it didn't feel like they were putting the customer first. And how do you build community with a company is by honoring your prices, make it simplistic or whatnot. So I did leave. I quit that group and I said, all right, this will be the last time this content creator makes content about National Owners Day. I left the group. That was it. So they didn't know I'd be making a video about this 6 months later. But I left the Nod group saying that I wouldn't make content about National Owners Day anymore because I was like, all right, I'm done with National Owners Day deals. But then I noticed all the threads for the other groups that I was a part of, the pinball group that I just mentioned earlier, the main influencer group, I no longer was a part of those groups and was not getting any other said information about things. And so I guess they took that sign of me leaving the Nod group for that little disagreement on price increases at the last minute as, hey, you don't want to do anything with AtGames anymore as an influencer, and subsequently left all the other groups. So that's my story. That's how I am no longer a part of the group that receives up-to-date information, but I am part of the group that loves John Wagner and Wagner's Tech Talk. If you don't know who this is, Wagner's Tech Talk is amazing. He's one of the guys that partners with AtGames to give you guys some of the best tutorials out there. I love John Wagner and this website. He has tons of information about different arcades, including, AtGames and some other products as well. But he pretty much on his page goes over all the news that you need to know. So he has a news section here on his website that I'm trying to get to. So he has a Legends Pinball Guide. He has lots of different things happening here. So latest updates. So anytime you want to get information about AtGames, I actually highly, highly recommend coming to Wagner's Tech Talk. There he is right there. Wishing you the best. I know that you said you recently had some things happening with your family. So hopefully everything goes well and you're recovering soon. So thank you there. But he said that right here, he's one of his kids is having surgery and he will be out for a little bit. So please, if you want to put in the chat or go to one of the videos, please wish John some well wishes to make sure that his family is recovering soon from this. He does great work because all the while this was happening, immediately he published kind of the latest of what's happening with the Nod A sales and everything else. So this is where I get my information now. I have to wait when everybody else, all of us peons that just get information from P-Dub's stream. I was watching P-Dub's as well as the Basement Corner Arcade guys. And I was like, what's the price on the pinball? I want to know the information. I have no more access to any of this information before. And then John does a great thing, which sends me a link to the site. It says, hey, B, in case you want to make any content on this, go ahead and check out my website and you can do all the content you want to on this. And I'm like, thanks, John. You're the best. I'm totally going to make a show about this. But before I did the show about this, I totally was going to talk about my experience about how I'm not getting information. So that's it. That's my story. That's how I got kicked out of 2 insider groups in the home arcade space. Does that make me the bad boy of home arcade space? I don't know. But Yeah, I no longer have that inside influence on the beta side for Arcade1Up, and no longer am part of the AtGames group. I was like, maybe I need to join the iArcadians today. I did. Shout out to the iArcadians today. I was like, how can I get some inside information and get kicked out of that group so I can like just collect the whole home arcade collection? I want to go talk to the Unico guys and the MVSX and talk to Neo Severa and be like, hey, how can I get the inside scoop? And I want to get kicked out of there too, so I can like say that I got kicked out of every single group. So yeah. Kong was like, "Is that anticlimactic? Was it? Was that a terrible story? Was that like so bad? That wasn't bad. So it wasn't that terrible. People were like, "Oh my god, he got booted out of the Illuminati." I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. That group is its own beast, if you will. It is. Does it exist? Does it truly exist? That I don't know. That I don't know. A lot of things from one arm of the company definitely may not talk to the other arm of the company. So sad things may still be happening in the ethosphere. So David Phillips says, maybe you got kicked out as well. Free your Tron. No scoops. Arcade and Naughty. That's all what we are. What's going on, guys? All right. Unless you're in a group all by yourself. Next thing you know, you're going to get face tats and flash gang signs. Am I really that bad? No. So, yeah, that's my story. I hope you guys enjoyed at least hearing some of my experiences as a content creator, just wanting to make content that's entertaining for folks. I was like, hey, let's talk about this pinball mod. No, you can't talk about that pinball mod. Oh, okay. Let's talk about a sale that's going to happen. Oh, wait, we probably changed the price of the sale. What? You're going to change the price of the sale? No, we don't want you to talk about the change of the price of the sale. No, we don't want you. So I'm like, did I do anything like terrible to get kicked out? Like, I don't know. So I'm kind of curious about that. And maybe I can rekindle some relationships if we need to. But, I think I'm in okay space with where I'm at. But one of the main things I did want to do in terms of being helpful for today's stream, I do have a couple of things I would love to give away. So talking about AtGames, I have some AtGames products that I would love to give away in the chat right now. So for folks that are watching, if you guys have never seen an AtGames Legends Connect board, I have a Legends Connect board that I have disassembled and taken out of my racing cabinet because I built one and put it away. And I would love to give that thing away because I'm not using it at all. So Legends Connect board, if you know what a Legends Connect board and you think you would be able to use it, I would love for you guys to put hashtag Legends Connect into the chat. And we will do a giveaway for Legends Connect or somebody. I'll ship it to you for free, no cost at all. Just for you to use and tinker and play with. That way you can use your heart's content with an AtGames product that is meant to be like a replacement for like a, an SoC, a Raspberry Pi or something like that. And it works okay. It's a little bit slow for what it is. But yeah, let's do a giveaway right now. So we're going to do hashtag Legends Connect. See, look, I'm still supporting the company. I'm just trying to put out their products more to folks that might want to use it. So go ahead and put that in. If you want a hashtag Legends Connect, you can get a Legends Connect right now. Hashtag Legends Connect. All right. All right. So far, we have 17 entries so far. Keep putting that into the chat. I'm going to go ahead and keep sharing that so that you guys can see that. And we'll do that right now. Hashtag Legends Connect. That's what you need to type into the chat right now to win a free Legends Connect board. There it is. Yes, we are going to rank the deals. We are going to do this right now, Meatball Saucy. I created another tier list because who doesn't love a good tier list? And we're going to go through all of them because I went through all 46 National Owners Day tiers, and it's interesting to see what they put on there. I actually have some questions more than I have answers for some of the decisions on what they're putting out at sale. So I have some feedback in terms of a sale, if you're going to do a sale, and break down some of these things that are a little bit more, I would say, it's not that it's deceptive, it's like almost like misleading in terms of like what you're getting. And so I'm talking about some of the pinball packs versus pinball volume. So it's interesting. Somebody needs to maybe correct me on what the actual difference is. All right, let's see if we can get to 50 people on here. I don't want to mess with their ecosystem. Let's see if we can get Legends Connect. I see 39 entries. As soon as that gets to 50, I will press the button and we will do this. And then afterwards, we're going to rank my rankings again for Not A. And There's nothing they can do about it. I said I wasn't going to make content about it anymore, but I couldn't help myself. I had a story to tell, and I was like, I like ranking these tiers. I think it might be helpful for some folks. If you're catching this on a replay and it's before the sales next week, maybe this might help you to hear another content creator's opinion on the particular sales. So 46 entries, 4 more entries, and we will press that button. 47, 3 more. Legends Connect to win a free AtGames Legends Connect system. So if you've never used a Legends Connect system, it's essentially just a board, and you need to bring your own buttons and joysticks. There is a whole competition called Mod Wars, as well as Bring Your Own Legends competition, where people build their own arcades using the Legends Connect system. So you can build your own arcade. It's a lot of DIY. It retails at about $100 plus the little harness that I'm going to give to you. So plus shipping is probably going to be worth about 125, 150 bucks when I ship it to you. So, all right, there it is. Legends Connect. Brent did 50 entries alone. Thanks, Brent. I think you want this. Good luck. I hope you get it. Here's 54 people. Let's see who gets it. I hope Mystery Encoder gets it so he can just end up hacking an AtGames ecosystem, because that's what everybody wants. They want him to really check it out. What? The winner's Kong to Russ? That's so lame. How did that happen? Oh, it's because I typed Legends Connect in the chat. That's terrible. Why? Oh my goodness. That is the most rigged thing that I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. All right. See, look, there's a draw again button. All right, forget about it. Forget about it. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna draw again. So that's so rigged. Scam. All right. Vader, Brian Vader McKinney. I know who Vader is. Vader is actually one of the top players that competes in any high scoreboard. Vader is good at pinball. He is the #1 player right now in the iArcade Space Invaders Infinity Gene game. Vader, I'm so happy you won this because I just talked about you earlier. And props, man. You're one of my favorite players to see on the high scores. Would love to have you on sometime. That'd be awesome to talk to you. But yeah, Brian Vader McKinney, congrats. I will be sending you a Legends Connect. Congratulations. And I will message you. I think you're on the Discord for MCAP. If not, email me at kongzerus.arcade@gmail.com, and we will get you that board. Awesome, awesome. All right. Here we go. Jacob Builder says, I thought John D. Bag was fine with you doing mods as long as you didn't supply the ROMs. Well, John D has never asked me, actually, honestly, to make content about anything or to not make content about anything. So for folks that, might think that I'm getting marching orders from, head of the Illuminati, he doesn't ever ask me to do anything. Really, it's here's some information, like here's kind of information. I've never signed an NDA, which I did with some of the other groups that I had to, potentially work with. But yeah, I've never gotten marching orders. I kind of did exactly what I wanted to do for any of those things. So just wanted to put that out there. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? All right. What's up, Rhea? Go check out Rhea. She's awesome. She has an awesome channel. There it is. Jay Cut says, the bad boy, he rigs his own giveaways. I know. That was fun. I'm sorry about that. But I probably do have other AtGames things. I will be doing a giveaway. Maybe I'll do like a full-on giveaway stream. I'm really appreciative of everybody who's been joining my streams. I'm very close to 10,000 subscribers, which I never thought I would get to on YouTube. And so if I get to 10,000 subscribers, I have a ton of home arcade stuff I would love to get rid of and reward, some of the viewers of the channel. So when it gets to that point, I'll probably be doing a big giveaway stream, and several AtGames products will be on that list. Probably some of the BitPixel LVs and SVs and LCDs that I have never used. Probably all the Legends cores, the Core Max that I bought and never opened because I bought it during NOD and I never purchased and never put it on anything. I have several Legends mini gamers and gamer pros that I've never used for things. I have a freaking Tetris mini downstairs in my garage that I've not put together yet. So I don't know. Maybe I just felt jaded by getting kicked out, that I was like, oh, I don't really want to put stuff up in my arcade. So I will have to decide what to do with those. But we might be giving away a lot of the AtGames products because they don't tug on the nostalgia heartstring. I kind of do want to put up the Tetris one though. I think that would be fun. But I don't know about all the other products. They might have to go. So we will see. We might be doing another big giveaway. I also have some Arcade1Up stuff. I have that Ms. Pac-Man countercade I can get rid of. I have a lot of things. I have some old I have lots of GRS jokes. I know Glenn's Retro Show was in the chat earlier. You know, I have a lot of yolks that I probably don't need anymore. I've purchased more yolks that I know what to do with, so we can do some giveaways. So yeah, we'd love to do some stuff like that too. We'll do some more giveaways for things. I'd love to support the community back. So we'll do that in a little bit. Maybe at 9,000, maybe at 10,000, we'll give away more stuff. Okay, but the last thing, I want to be useful. I do. I want to be somewhat useful for today. So let's get into it, everybody. Let's talk about, and I don't know if people care, but AtGames is doing a, a sale during Labor Day called National Owners Day Autumn, not A. So let's go through this list of deals and try to, help weed out what exactly is a good deal in my opinion. So I'm going to have this up. What I'm going to do also is I'm going to pull up Wagner's Tech Talk video or site as well, because he has the deals in a little bit higher um, pictures than I am. So I guess we can start here. There are 46 total deals. You have 8 hero deals here that we're going to go through. And then it goes all the way down to number 46. There's 46 deals, people. How do you know what to get? How do you know? What's the deal? Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to break down. We are going to rank these deals. If you've never seen a tier list, I clipped each one of these 46 ones, and we're going to go one by one and rank. If it's an S tier, S is the best, then it's A, B, C, and then D, which we could probably just rename this trash tier, right? Let's just call this trash tier. All right, so we're going to be a little bit funky and call this trash tier. So we have trash tier, we have the S tier, so that you know, I'm going to say it right off the bat. Hero deal number 1. Anything that doesn't have to do with kind of hardware or games, and it's the Legends, either ArcadeNet or LPO. This is ArcadeNet Year Premium with Legends LPO, the premium warranty thing. It's $120 in retail, and it's for $100, the Legends Platinum Owner Program. I don't understand what the Legends Platinum Owner Program. I apologize, but that is my first trash tier, but had to be done. Okay, so the next 2 deals. This is Legends Mini Pinball. I was actually really excited to see about these Legends 2 pinball machines. So there's 2 different skins. It looks like there's some Space Invaders art, and then the only, which it's very clean, and they also have a multi-cade artwork, which is kind of based off the other ones. $449 was the MSRP originally, down to $329. You have to pay $50 shipping. Don't forget that. But then you also get a free Vibs board, which is unique to this, and the $100 worth of pinball. So I can't tell if that $150 is added value to this. I can't tell. So maybe it's $329 plus you're getting the extra $150 value. That actually is, these are probably the 2 best deals, because if $449 is the retail of just the pinball, plus you're getting the Vibs and the games, it's pretty decent. The only thing that I would say is that this mini pinball, I wanted to have legs. I know this is tabletop pinball. I made this little like mock-up version of a pinball machine, and I want this to have miniature legs to match the rest of it, to be like really cool, full-on pinball desk shit. To have it just sit somewhere, I think that would kind of ruin it. I wanted to make it look like a little mini pinball machine or something. So I think just in general, not knocking the actual deal itself, these are probably the best deals, I would say. But the price of the pinball is still high, $329 for a pinball machine, and it's a miniature version. I'm gonna put these both in an A tier for right now, just because it's not like the most stellar deal. We're talking about just the deals, ranking the deals alone, just to see if it's worth it. So yes, they're pretty good, because this is probably the cheapest price you're going to be able to get these pinballs, unless they go on crazy clearance sale. So those are those 2. All right, the next deal here is the Hero Deal 3, which is a Legends Mini for $324 plus the $75 shipping cost. Here's the thing about shipping. So it's standard no matter where you live in the country. I live like 5 miles away from the AtGames headquarters, and they still would charge me like $25 to ship a puck. So it doesn't even matter if you're close or far away. So it might be good if you're on the opposite side of the coast. But the Legends Mini 324, I think I remember seeing this around $300 previously. So I don't think this is a great deal. If you're looking for a Legends Mini for the first time, this might be okay, but $75 shipping from the company is what really kills it, honestly. $400 back up to this. Maybe you'll see this in retail somewhere else. I know there was also an Amazon store that was opening up for AtGames. So I would probably recommend getting in these big heavy items from one of those brick and mortars or another retail store that probably will discount it at some point and you'll save on shipping costs. So I can't say that the Legends Mini is a good deal. For me, I'm going to move this one into my C tier. I don't think it's that great. All right, let's keep it going. Hero deal number 4 is a Gamer Pro and then a Gamer Mini for the 3. So this is $139 plus $25. Cheapest you normally would see. Oh, and it comes with that's the regular puck that it normally comes with. And then $99 for the Legends Gamer Mini. Walmart definitely has these both on clearance for, I would say, about $100 for the Legends Gamer Pro and then maybe $60 or $70 for the Legends Gamer Mini. So both of these deals are not great deals in my opinion. If you're really desperate for them, you might be able to get them at that price point, but they are not good deals. I would not recommend those. I would, however, recommend the Legends control panel for the Legends pinball machine. This is the only price point and the only time you should ever purchase this control panel is during NOD sales. So either in February, if you missed the boat, you get it in September, or you missed the boat, you get it back in February again, because it's always half price during these times, and it's $100 of the price point of where it should be. And nobody should ever pay $200 for that control panel. It's an absolute must necessity just for the navigation of the pinball machine UI alone. But the arcade control panel for Legends Pinball, definitely worth the cost at $100. This would still be, again, and it's been out for a couple of while, so it's not going to be like the best deal here. I would still see this as an A tier deal because it's not new. It's not brand spanking new. It's the same price it's always been. So I'm just going to leave it at the A. If it was like another $10 off, it would definitely go into the S tier. But since it's not new, we're going to leave it there in the A tier. And if you want to follow along, by the way, I left a link to this tier list in the description of this video, and you can follow on and make your own tier list and share it to the community, and everybody can see your rankings as well. So I'd love to see Meatball Saucy's rankings. Here is the BitPixel LED marquee, which is $100, which is 50% off. And I think that's an update from their last nod where this was, I think, $120. Is it here too? Let me see. $100. I think it was like $120 when the one that I got mad about and was like, oh, it went up in price. So $100, not bad for a marquee deal. I don't think this is something that also has been super deal breaker, but I would say it's an A tier deal for sure. I would say it's an A tier deal. All right, pinball machines. Who has not gotten the Legends pinball machine already that doesn't want one or already has one? Remember when a year ago, like these were really hard to get and you had wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, like 25 different waves of orders for Legends Pinball. You can now order this directly from their website and you can pay an extra $100. But this is still not the place I would recommend getting it because the extra $100 shipping is what kills these deals, these hardware deals with the big bulk costs. AtGames just does not have the distribution level to be able to bring you the low cost shipping that some of the big retailers and brick and mortar stores can give you. So I would not recommend picking up the tables from here, even though this is a bare bones product now. Sometimes they would bundle this with everything else and all the tables. This is bare bones. It's 15% off of their current retail of $800, $679 plus $100 back up to $779. Like this is a terrible deal. I would not recommend. This is a trash deal in my opinion. You would not buy this at this price point. It needs to be on sale. Hopefully people can find it still at a brick and mortar Sam's Club. I've seen some Sam's Clubs people, and then maybe the Amazon listings. I gotta check to see if Amazon has that. I wonder if Amazon has these for there, because I wonder if the shipping would be cheaper there. I don't know. I'll have to look at that. And then the Legends Ultimate Machine also being about $150 off from the $600 price point. I would like to see this probably in that $400 range, but again, $100 shipping. It's still pretty bad in my opinion. I don't know if anybody's gonna buy any of these hardware deals in this place. Sorry, the deals need to be much better. If you're looking for new folks to join the Legends family ecosystem, these 15% off deals or the 23% off deals aren't gonna make it. And this is National Owners Day. I guess it's meant to reward existing folks. Still, I don't think it's enough of a discount for people to get these. Okay, the next thing is the Legends Gamepad. Even though it is 42% off price, I know that I've seen reviews of the quality of this product, and this is a trashy product. It's not that great quality. It comes with a what is it? A Legends Core. No, the gamepad. I did the wrong one. Okay, so we're on the Legends Core Plus, this one right here. So it's a Legends Core plus the gamepad. So it's $79. A Core Plus, a Legends Core currently costs $50. This gamepad currently costs $20. So, all right, these are the things I don't understand. This is 50. This alone is 20. This together is $70, but the combined one is $80, and it costs more. Does this make sense to you guys? Am I crazy? Right? This number 10 says that it is $80 for the number 11 plus the 13. But if I bought these individually, even if I bought these individually, 50 plus 20, and then I add these two shippings, it's still 24, which is cheaper than 25. Does it make sense? Am I weird? No? Am I off? Okay, so garbage. All right, math is hard. Like Meatball Saucy, math is hard. AtGames doesn't actually look at their marketing script. This is why I wanted to break this down. This makes no sense. The combined one is more expensive than if you bought it individually. So, oh my goodness. Okay, this is a new level of reason to put. If there is a below trash tier, like the unexcusable marketing deals, like that would be it. Just adding the things together makes 0 cents. You're supposed to get more discounts on the extra bundle. That makes 0 cents. All right, check my math for me, folks. I don't know. Okay, so that means that the Legends Core by itself and the gamepad, I don't know. I guess as products themselves, I still can't recommend, picking up a $50 puck for anything. I really don't see, maybe you could mod one of your arcades and throw it in there if you don't want to do Raspberry Pi. But the thing about it is people like to put CoinOps X in those things, and it just runs super slow on the Core. Maybe the Core Max, but the Core, I can't recommend that, and I can't recommend the gamepad. So I'm just going to go back to this. I'm going to also put these in a trash deal for now. But the pinball kit, this is $20 plus $15 shipping for the Legends pinball kit. This is for you to put onto your Legends Gamer Pro or your Gamer Mini or your AtGames Legends Ultimate products and play pinball for $20. I would say this is a stellar deal. This would probably be up in my I'm gonna say it's my A tier deal. It's gonna go all the way up there. For a hardware kit, this is a good time to pick up that particular price. I like that it's over 50%, 60%. It's only $15 shipping, so it's technically $35 for these. This is to play extra pinball on your machines. I would pick that up if you are considering getting an upgrade for that stuff. So I would do that. I would recommend that. Okay, am I missing something? This is like the WTF tier. All right. It's a regular Core over a Core Plus. That's right. So I don't see the Core Plus on here at all, or the Core Max, right? Legends Core Plus. It's not the Max, right? It's not. I'm not missing anything here. All right. So this is the Vibs board. It's $30. Vibs at $30, I think is decent. I think Vibs at the time when it was actually really popular. I'm gonna put this in the B tier, because it's not the best deal, but they're being included in a lot of the pinball machines. You'll need a Vibs board, video input, backglass switchboard in order to change it out. I really liked it when I did my first coverage for the Vibs board, and they actually called it the backglass video input switchboard, aka known as Beavis. Beavis would have been a much better name than Vibs. I'm just saying, more people would have been like, oh, it's called the Beavis board, and they would have bought it just because it says Beavis instead of Vibs. That's my opinion. It's probably one of the reasons why they kicked me out of the group, because I, did coverage on it before it was official and called it Beavis, and they probably weren't happy about that. But, it's better than when people were calling it Rachel. Remember the Rachel boards? So yeah, my favorite was when one of the guys, Scar Arm Productions, if you don't know who he is, he was helping out with the pinball chat. And when he was doing some of the coverage for it, they made a version of the Vibs board that had Rachel on it. That was called Rachel. It's like the code name for it. But then they showed a picture of it that had like a picture of, I think, Rachel from Friends or from something else. I forget which movie, Blade Runner, I think. And it's because it was Rachel spelled funny. And then their face was imprinted onto the PCB on the Viz board. And I was like, how come I've never seen this before? And I like ran to my Viz board and he was just trolling me because he just published it. But yeah, Vibs, Beavis. I think Beavis is the best name for that. All right, so that's all the hardware deals. Let's get into the software deals. Now, this is also an area where I think it's hit or miss. I think there's some exciting new things that we've not seen before, which is all these Data East Activision packs and Gottlieb packs. And, you know, the a la carte way is probably the best way to bundle these things. What I really like to see is not only if you package these on and you say you get pack 1, 2, 3, and 4, is that if you order a certain number of packs or something, you get like an additional level of discount. So there's like that multiplier discount. I think that would have been a fun way to do their sales if they're going to do it this way. But again, this is really for people that bought products that don't already have all these games on here. So the Data East collection, the Activision ones, I can't say that these are great packs at $15 though. I'm going to put these Data East ones into the C tier. And the Activision, we're going to go into the C tier. And there's only one particular pack that I do believe as a must buy that has not been released before. And maybe I have to know more about the Data East packs and the Activision titles. If you want to know exactly what games and things are included on here, definitely go back to Wagner's Tech Talk. So here's the Data East pinball packs. Here's the full game list right here. It goes across every single thing for both the Data East pack. I'm just going to scroll down slowly to see if this is anything that I would purchase. Game pack 1 is Act Fancer, Cluster Buster, Gondomania, Gunball. Ooh, Night Slashers is there. Scrum Try, Side Pocket Genesis, Super Pool 3, Trio the Punch Never Forgets Me, Tryout, Tumble Pop, and Zaviga. That's Data East, Pack 1. Pack 2 has Breakthrough and Battle Wings and Congo's Caper and Darrow 4078 and Fighting. Oh, I thought I said Final Fantasy. Fighting Fantasy Hippodrome, The Last Mission, Magical Drops, Pro Bowling, Pro Tennis, Spin Master, Super Birdie Rust, Super Doubles Tennis, Real Darwin, Winner's Cup, Wizard Fire, Wonder Planet, and Zippy Bug. Data Pack 3 has Bad Dudes. There's a game I recognize. Boogie Wings. You got your Burger Times, Joe and Mac, Competitive Golf, Fighters History, Lock and Cheese, Karate Champ. Out of just, you know, 2 titles that I actually recognize, Burger Time, Bad Dudes, and Karate Champ. It looks like Data East Pack 3 is the winner. And then the Activision game pack has 40 different games on here, including Barnstorming, Boxing, Bridge Checkers, Chopper Command, Crackpox, Decathlon, Demon Attack, Dolphin, Dragonfire, Dragster, Enduro Fishing Derby, Freeway, Frostbite, Durez Bureau. I was going to try to do a rap with all of those, like the Pokemon rap, but Kaboom, Keystone Capers, Laser Blast, Mega Magnet, Windsweeper, Oink, Pitfall, Pitfall 2, Plaque Attack, Pressure Cooker, Private Eye, River Raid 2, Robot Tank, Sequest, Skiing, Skyjinx, Spider Fighter, Stampede, Star Master, and Tennis. Those are your game packs. I agree still to put them into C tier. I don't know what they are. I don't think they're completely trash because people might like it. And for $15 to add on packs for games, I think it's something that people have been wanting. I think Dubs and Michael B were saying it's a step in the right direction that they're offering these packs for people to purchase to put onto their cabinets. Maybe there could be other collections in the future for things that we might be able to see to get onto the cabinets. But the thing that everybody really wants to talk about. Yes, it is the long-awaited exclusive Natural History Pinball Pack. Normally scheduled at $25. These brand new tables that are deluxe in nature in terms of the graphics and signs and deals. They are retailing now at $15. This is the only S tier deal that I will be purchasing out of this group. So I'm just sharing my opinion on what I'm going to be purchasing. The Natural History packs at $15 for these tables is the best deal in my opinion for now. So that's the Legends Pinball pack that you should purchase because it's new. It's going to be fun for 4 tables. I think it's worth the purchase at $15. All right, so here's where things start to get a little bit funky. This is another one of those W2F tiers because I was like, Zakaria packs. There's only 10 of these. Like, what is in a Zakaria pack? Why are these called packs instead of the volume? So you have the Zakaria pack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Zakaria pinball packs with like 10 to 11 games each. And then you have Gottlieb packs that have 5 tables or 6 or 5 or 6. And it's pinball packs 1, 2, 3, 4. and then the Taito pinball pack. And this is the most confusing. So let me just go back to the Zaccaria pinball packs. We've never seen pinball packs broken out this way before. We've had them as volumes in the past, where there was like volume 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then they were about $50 retail. So if I did the math correctly, kind of, I mean, the way they're splitting these out into 10 different packs, you would think that 2 of these packs together would equal volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, and then volume 5, something to that effect, right? Like that would be those packs. Because look down here, folks. They still had the volume packs and number 40 through 43, because the volumes are $50 with those tables at $25, but you can buy the individual packs at a lower quantity for $10. So I think this is that, like what I was mentioning at the beginning of the stream, it's like a little bit deceptive. How do you break down what's in these pinball packs versus what's not? Like I don't understand the model that they did to break this out. I don't even think on the site it breaks down exactly what the packs are for the different pinball tables. So we've never seen something called a pinball pack before from AtGames. It's really weird that they would do this in the pack versus doing it in the volumes that they've had. I actually even went to their website. I went to the AtGames website, went to the AtGames pinball tables. So when you go to the pinball tables, they only sell the volumes. You have Taito volume 1, 2, and 3, and you have Zaccaria volume 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the Gottlieb's 1 and 2. So it's the first time we're seeing something called packs, and I don't really actually like these. That $15 for a small pack, maybe you're introducing a couple of pinball tables, but why don't you just buy the volume that's $10 more and has more tables? So I think all of these pinball packs are just straight trash. I'm just going to move them all into here. The Zaccaria pinball packs, it's deceptive. I don't like it. I think they should have stuck with the volume. They need to say what exactly is there. And maybe there'll be more information on their website when they post it. But I do not like any of these Zaccaria pinball packs 1 through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the same thing with the Gottlieb packs. There's 2 Gottlieb tables. They're normally $50 for the 2 packs right there. You can buy them individually. It looks like for the Gottlieb volumes are here too. Gottlieb volume pinball you can get for half price at $25, and volume 2 for $25. Or you can buy Gottlieb pack 1 and 2 at $15 each, which is $30, or 3 and 4, which is again $30. So it's more expensive when you're breaking it down than when you're putting the pack together. I guess if you wanted to be cheap and only spend the $15, but this is not a good value in my opinion. So the Gottlieb 1 through 3, 4 packs are also trash. And I really did need to make a WTF tier. Okay, so this is the one I was really looking at. So here, look, Taito pinball, pack 1, 4 tables, pack 2, 4 tables, pack 3, 4 tables. But you can get pinball volume 1 of Taito for $15 too at 4 tables. And number 38 is also number $15 for 4 tables. And 39, pinball volume 3 for 4 tables. So what's the difference between the pinball pack and the Taito pinball volume? It's the same price. You're getting the same tables. Is there any difference between the pinball pack of Taito or this? Am I right? Everything is universal now. So if I'm not mistaken, if you buy this one or this one, it should work for any of your devices. I'm going to look at the chat because I don't know if I'm crazy. Am I crazy? We're going to need a bigger trash can. Can you buy these packs at the dollar store? You need a weekend to decipher this. This is a lot, right? I don't understand the sale logic of breaking out in pricing and then not going back and editing this for who looked at it, right? It's not trash. They did that because people may only want 2 tables instead of the whole pack. For some, they don't want them all. But they're still not individual tables, Tech Buzz. They're still selling the 10 for $15, or you can spend $10 more and get certain ones. I guess they're kind of just moving so it can be more selective, but it's not a good value. It's not a good value for what it is. And these Taito pinball packs just make no sense. Like this pinball pack at $15 compared to this pinball volume 1 makes no sense. So I don't know. I think it's probably from a deal standpoint, $15 for the title games is actually a good deal. So whether you buy 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, any of these title pinballs, if you've not gotten these, $15 is actually a pretty dang good deal for the title games. I would recommend picking those up. I just don't know which one you can pick up. I can't recommend it. And since I'm really confused, I'm just going to put them all in this A tier deal for pinball volume because I really like the title tables. I think they are pretty decent buy. So take your pick, whether it's a pinball pack for $15 or the pinball volume for $15. That'll be up to you. So I'm going to put that into A tier because it's not something brand new in terms of a new IP or anything. You want to be able to pick those up. Okay, so let's kind of get towards the end of this. Now we have the Zaccaria volume pinballs. So these are the big volumes that we've seen before at 50% off. I think these are the best way to go if you're going to be buying something for somebody. Again, you can spend $15 to get just a small pack of a few 10 tables, or you can pay $10 more and get the 26 tables for these. So I don't see the point of the packs being broken down. I do think 50% off these tables, as well as the Gottlieb's 1, 2, and then Zaccaria Pinball 5. I like how they did this. Look, so it's Zaccaria Pinball volume 1, 2, 3, 4 for number 40 to 43, and then it skips it and goes Gottlieb Pinball Volume 1 and 2. But the last deal, guys, number 46 is Zaccaria Pinball Volume 5. This is the part that like frustrates me from if they're gonna send this out to influencers and they want feedback, maybe you send it out to the team and you ask for feedback maybe a day before you publish and have an editing session. Maybe you can have some people ask these questions before you just say, here's information, you have an embargo, you can talk about it tomorrow, because this would have been great. I've been happy to give some of this feedback ahead of time, but sometimes that wasn't given and like things were going to be released, but like I would have moved this right behind this volume 5. I would have moved these down. I would have clarified a bunch of these things, but 50% off for these deals. I'm going to say all of these packs are B tiers because if you don't have them, the deal alone is good. I'm not talking about the quality. These Gottlieb tables are trash though. I wouldn't buy these Gottlieb tables at all. I'm going to put these actually in the trash tier. I don't think anybody should buy the stock 22 games on the Gottlieb tables. They're not that optimized. I don't think they're that great compared to the Zaccaria ones. So wouldn't recommend those, but I would recommend the Zaccaria ones. So that is my official tier list for National Owners Day, Autumn 2022. I can't get kicked out of a group one more time, but my only S tier is the Natural History Pinball Pack. I will be buying that, as well as the Dr. Seuss ones. I'm excited to play those games and purchase them from the store and get them running. I don't know if I'm going to be buying a pinball machine. I think I'm just going to leave this in the A tier for now because I don't know if this is something that I want. I think it still needs some accessories. And you can see the rest of my stuff. I think these are A good deals if you are looking and in the kind of market for any of these products. These are great A tier deals for you to pick up. Some B deals in case you wanted to pick up some things. The Vibs, if you don't have it, the Zaccaria packs are good to get. The C deals, again, for some of the hardware things that you might see here, those Data East packs, and avoid all of these trash deals like the plague. So let me know what you think, folks, in the chat, in the comments below, if you're watching this on a replay. Thank you so much for coming out. I'm so sorry that there's somebody that's talking about adult dating sites. I thought I had some folks in the chat. I need to give out some more wrenches. But that's pretty much what I have for today. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. We will catch you next time. Bye.